Okay, well, I think it's live, but if not, anyway. Okay, so good morning and welcome to the late version of the Brekkie, the guy who sews. I'd like to welcome both my two guests today. I'm very excited to have them both here. It's going to be both Becca and Ian. So why don't we let them both take a few moments to introduce themselves?
Yeah, Ian, introduce
Oh,
yourself.
okay. All right, fine. Good morning, everybody. As I come through rather nasally and not awake yet. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ian, the Off-Kilter Crafter. Hope everybody's having a great day. I've been on YouTube a little bit. I've actually been on this program, but we had to move it back a little bit because of my time zone. But hi, how are you doing, Sean?
I'm doing well.
Good.
And Becca?
Oh, hi, I'm Becca. I've been here before with Sean. We were working on our pandas together. I'm not awake either.
Yeah.
So I think all three of us are kind of suffering from how do we get started this morning?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you so much for everyone that's joining us this morning. I just wanted to say that I was waiting for my friend Shannon to arrive, and now that she's here, we can start. But the actual truth is, this is something I feared for the last year and a half that I would oversleep. I roll out of bed at 8:08. It is now 8:22 here, and I'm up, I'm live, and I'm without coffee. So we are really, really going to keep it real here today. But anyway, so what we're working on today, I don't know what Ian's working on, but Becca and I are going to be working on some pandas, and I started last night because I was like, if I try and do these eyes in the morning, it's not going to work out well, and it's probably a good thing, right? So I've got I got my set of eyes done. It's upside down. So that's what I thought. I'll get this camera right one of these days. So that's what I'm going to continue on, perhaps. And then Becca, how are you doing with yours?
I really haven't made much progress on them over the past few weeks. But I do have, I'll show you here in a second. I've got a mess is what I have. But I do have some of, look, face units.
Oh, very good. That's what I'm kind of hoping to get to today, if I can. But since we started 20 minutes late, we'll have to see what happens, right?
And by face units, I mean I have one. So I have the ears for all of the rest of them. And I have this piece, these pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I make 19 more of this. And then if I have this done, then I'll figure out what the next step is. But I think this is Sean, I think this is where I was last time we sewed together. So I've made no progress.
It's okay. I only do this when you and I sew together. So I mean, I cut out
Aw.
the I did follow your footsteps though. I cut out all the white, all the black, and I've cut out two more of the sweaters. So the only thing I have left to do to cut out is the last two and then the sashing and stuff, but that's a later thing. All right,
Yeah.
let's see who is here with us this morning. It looks like we have a bunch of people, and apparently everybody got up before I did. So I am so embarrassed. You cannot believe it. Okay, so it looks like Dragonflies for Donna. So you can't go back and redo this stuff, as you guys know, since you're both wonderful live creators. And I don't know how you all do it by yourselves. Fallon is here, Shannon, Mona, Russ. Let's see, Rob from Quilting in the Man Cave is here with us. Donnell Stitchery is here. And definitely check out her live at 11 o'clock this morning because she's going to have Amy Dement join her this
Oh,
morning.
very
So the
cool.
two of them together is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Gonna be a
Um,
hootenanny. I don't
sorry?
know what that is.
I don't know either.
I'm sorry. I said hootenanny.
Oh, okay. I thought this is the name of the quilt shop you got to be at 11 o'clock this morning. They're going out all over the place. And if I'd woken up at like 4, I could have joined them. But, you know, we'll see
That's
what happens.
that's really early to wake up to buy some fabric, Sean.
I
I don't
know,
know if
right?
I do it.
Well, that's going to be us in February, more than
Oh
likely.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
okay, let's see. We said Shannon from Slay Arts is here. Amy Dement is here. So, see, it's all the cool kit. Oh, wonderful. That's beautiful.
I'm currently working on the Cozy Posy. I've been doing it so long over on my channel for the Cozy Posy triangle quilt. And last night Let me make sure I don't make too many people sick. I'm gonna slowly move the camera so that I don't make anybody seasick. But I started laying it out last night and figuring out exactly what I needed. Let me turn the camera around. Let me turn the camera around. There we go. So that is what I've been I laid it out
wow.
like that, and I see a couple of places where I need some half triangles. So I'm gonna work on those half triangles and then start putting rows together.
Well, that looks excellent. And that tulip pink that you're using looks absolutely stunning in that project as well.
It really does. I don't think I could have picked a better project for the neons and Everglow. I think it works really well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I've got some of that here with us that I'm using in the Alice in Wonderland project, but not all of it.
I'm very
All
happy
right.
that she made this made the neons a permanent part of the collection for the next 2 years. I think that's going to be something that I reach for pretty frequently.
So like the stripes and the dots are going to be available
The
too?
stripes, the dots, and the fairy flakes are going to be available for at least 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome because I did not buy the stripes. I have the dots, I have the fairy flakes, and I haven't been buying the stripes. And I'm like, well, I don't know. But that's nice. So I can buy it later.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I
'Cause
have a
I do
little
like-
bit of each of those. All right, so I'm skipping some of the chat, I know, but it looks like someone said that they woke up at 8:10. Apparently, you just roll out of bed 2 minutes after I did. So yeah, it's one of those things. I guess that's the risk you run when you run at 8 a.m. live. But I've gotten my little eyes done, and then we'll try and see what we get. I think the next step was the nose. So normally what I do is I get up at 6:30 and then I pull on my fabric and get myself organized. And yeah, this is gonna be one of the sweaters. And then
Sweater.
yeah. Wait, Ian's gonna wake me up pretty quickly, and then that'll be the other one.
Well, while you were both waking up, somebody in the chat was talking about last night on the live, Ian,
Yep,
that
I saw that.
the humor started way too early and you almost made them ruin their computer. They spit coffee all over it.
Yep. Sorry.
No, he's
Sorry, not sorry.
That's right. That's actually right.
That's
right.
All right.
Not sorry.
So let's see, what do we got going on now? Okay. So I appreciate you all joining us this morning. It's really fun to have you. And yeah, hopefully we'll make a little bit of progress, because what are you guys up to after we leave here? You guys are going on a little trip, I believe.
Yeah. So we decided to do a 2-day quilt shop crawl. We focused on the shops in Northern Virginia-ish, kind of within a 2-hour trek of Northern Virginia, I should say, yesterday. And today we're doing a few quilt shops in Maryland. We're going to go to La Plata and go to Material Girls. That's probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here. So we're going to go there first. And then after that, we're going to go to Annapolis, which is a really cute little town. We're going to go to the Krabby Quilter there. And then the third stop that we're going to make is Three Little Birds Sewing, which honestly, I'm just going because John, the quilting doctor, goes to that store. And like, I just want to see John, the quilting doctor. So that's all. Like, it probably won't happen, but
One can dream.
one can dream.
I've never heard of the quilting doctor, so that's news to me.
He's pretty big on Instagram.
No, okay. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out because I haven't seen that.
He does some amazing work. One of the things that he's been really known for, at least recently, is he's been working with these common thread quilt kits. They're basically pre-basted hexes. And there's underprivileged, it's from I'm not going to use the right word, so please forgive me, but they're underprivileged women overseas, and they're paid to use scrap fabric to baste hexes. So when you buy one of those kits, you're helping to basically pay for a woman and a woman overseas. Like, gosh, what are the right words? Like, you're helping to free them from like prostitution, stuff like that. And I can't think of
Brilliant.
the right term. There's a term for this, but anyway, that's what the kits are for. And so he, a few years ago, bought one of those kits, not as an affiliate, not as a brand ambassador, nothing. He just bought it because he liked the idea of what it was about and wanted to work on a project. He and his husband were moving from California, I think it was, to the East Coast, Baltimore area. So they were coming out my way. I was really excited about that. But he wanted to have a project to work on during that journey. And so he bought this EPP kit and started working on the hexes. And then he was sharing his progress as he was quilting or sewing, hand sewing across the country on his Instagram. And the company found him doing that, and it helped them gain sales. But he didn't do it as an affiliate, and he never did it. He never did it to, like, he didn't earn any money. He wasn't asked to do it. He just did it because he believed in it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. It's a great idea. And like, I don't know, did I ever want to sit down and actually like make hexes myself? So that might be something that I need to look into if I ever decide to get down the hexie route, because
Yeah.
you're solving two problems at once. You're helping out someone overseas, and you're not having to sit there and baste them yourself. So I think that's fantastic. And I'm definitely going to go check him out, because I'd never heard of the quilting doctor. You know, there's the first husband of quilting, which is Matt. We all know, love Matt, and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think
I love
he's
that.
just quilting doctor. I don't think the is in it. I think it's just quilting
Okay.
doctor. Yeah.
Well, Instagram will help me find it. Don't worry. It's
Yeah, you'll
got so
find him.
much.
He's out
If you,
there.
yeah, and if you haven't used Instagram for you looking at quilts and that sort of thing, you are missing out. Like, you really do need to head over there and check out Instagram, because I mean, I find so much inspiration from that. And the thing I like about Instagram too is there's not a whole lot of, I don't notice a whole lot of ads.
Mm.
I mean,
Can I
there's
get-
some, but not a whole lot.
Can I get on that side of Instagram? Because I seem to have a whole lot of ads frequently,
Oh.
but
Okay, well, I guess I must be lucky.
I think so. I think so,
Maybe,
Sean.
maybe they like, oh, this guy's stingy, and frugal, and he's not going to buy anything. So
Well, I
that's
think
not
the
it.
ads are sneakier because they tailor them to what you're watching, and they come across as like reels or videos that other content creators made. They don't look like typical ads. I
Oh,
get
okay.
lots of like, yeah, I don't know. I get them. I get them, but they're definitely like reels that companies paid content creators to make. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that's not my area of specialty. So
they are sneaky.
yeah. Oh, good morning, Joyce. It's good to see you. And she is also asking, how is the unpicking of Margot going?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to ask that question, but I just did. So
well, there
um,
you go.
It's actually he's gonna get it, or no, he's coming to the camera.
I'm coming to the camera to talk to everybody. It is going very well because a lovely quilt angel offered to help out with Margot. So Mary actually took Margot back to her place and was so kind to unpick every
single
last stitch out of Margot. So Margot has officially been unquilted, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to have time to start it again here, or if I'm going to take it to my quilter. But the full, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's too early in the morning and I haven't had a coffee. But what I really want to do is I want to do this quilt on my own. So I want to be able to say that I entered into a quilt show and that I was the one that did the quilting, the sewing, the piecing, everything. So even if I do take it to my quilter's place, I'm going to be hopefully sewing it and quilting it in, not sewing it, but quilting it on her machine by myself. So that's the goal.
yeah, that's fun. And Mary's like the world's one of the world's best quilt angels. I mean, she does such a wonderful job for you, Becca, because I know she cuts a lot of the fabric for you, which
Yeah.
If she wants to make a trip down to my part of the world, that'd be great. Although,
Hey, don't threaten her with a good time.
Yeah, right.
she'll
yeah, but I don't know I want to make a 20 block panda thing. So,
she'll show up at your door with a rotary cutter and a ruler.
Uh-huh.
Don't ask her what you don't expect to happen.
I know. Anyway, we got to. You'll hear more about this tomorrow, but I may actually get an assistant of my own very soon. So
Oh, so we got to tune into your vlog to hear about that, huh?
yes, yeah, you'll see. It's a new project that we started, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So tune in tomorrow because that'll be a nice little surprise for everybody.
Yeah,
And
okay.
while we're at it, tomorrow will be episode 100.
Wow.
Are you going to do anything big for your 100th vlog?
I thought about it, but I can't come up with anything. So the answer to that is probably no. Just come and hang out with me and just enjoy the goodness of episode 100. So I just think it's a wonderful milestone. Like we've kept it together for basically 2 years because I started right around this time in 2021, and then the first month, I did one podcast, and then I just jumped straight into Vlogmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
are you doing Vlogmas this year? Remind me, I can't remember.
no, I have decided against it. I did Vlogtober, which was I did it instead because December for me is crazy, and I figured, especially this year, having the two boys together with us and all the stuff we got to do, the added thing I would have doing a daily video was just going to be way too much. So I decided not to, and I want to spend the time. Like I'll still do my regular videos, but I just want to be able to spend the time and enjoy and hang out with everybody else as a viewer, because that's something I missed last year. As I wasn't able to enjoy it as a viewer because I was spending a lot of time doing, creating the content.
Yep. Well, I think Sean, you had kind of a genius move with the Vlogtober. First of all, that's catchy as heck. But second of all, you were doing daily videos in October and you had no competition for those daily videos because everybody's storming and thinking about what they're going to do for Vlogmas. And I think the YouTube world is going to be oversaturated with those daily videos because everybody's doing them. I'm not doing it this year. I did do it last year, but they were shorts. It's just a lot of work, and I want to enjoy the season this year. So focusing more on just staying with my normal schedule, the Friday live streams and one video a week, as long as I can manage it, and just supporting the other content creators as I have time available to do it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And
if I do anything else, it'll be shorts.
And that's how I am. I really missed, and I didn't like not being able to watch everybody else because I know Fallon does a wonderful job of her videos in Vlogmas. She does the I think she does the unboxing for the Missouri Star quilt.
Yep.
Yeah, Jenny's favorite. I can't remember the official name for it, but yeah, she does a wonderful job with that. I barely kept up with that. And then I think Shannon's doing stuff this year.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah, Shannon's doing some stuff. She hasn't told me, I don't know what, but she said it's a lot of fun stuff. So I'm excited to see what she has in mind. Katie and Danny are doing an unboxing for the Cotton Cuts Roses Your Way this year. That's something Martha and I did last time. So I'm excited to see what they come up with, because those two together are going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. And there's so many others. Like I can't list them all. But yeah, definitely go check them out. December's gonna be a lot of fun. And if you can't catch it right away, you could always watch it later. Like, I had to do that too. But I just want to enjoy the season this year. So if we're waiting for Amy Dement's doing Vlogtober, Vlogmas. See, I'm getting that. I was calling Vlogtober Vlogmas like several times. Like someone messaged me and they're like, Vlogmas? I was like, yeah, I'll change that way in the title. So yeah, it was, there it is. Okay, so that is a good question. I'd love to hear your two answers on this as well. Okay. How long on average does it take to put together a video on YouTube? So for me, I would say a podcast, which is usually 10 minutes in length, from the time I sit down write out the outline, record, edit, upload, and everything else, I would say it's probably somewhere between 2 to 2.5 hours.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Ian, what about you?
It depends on the video subject and like how detailed we're getting and all that kind of stuff. But say, for instance, the Cotton Cuts puzzle mystery quilt videos that I do, the tutorials, that can take usually about 2 hours to film, and then maybe another hour to edit.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I think it depends on the video topic, right?
Yep.
Like Ian was mentioning, if you're doing a vlog, I find that those are a little less time consuming.
Yes.
Because you're sharing things instead of recording the progress of like a quilt, right? An unboxing video is a lot quicker because you have all the items right in front of you and the content's kind of pre-made. There's really not a lot that you have to, you're just showing the contents and talking about them. But if you're doing a tutorial video or a how-to video, it takes longer because you have to make the quilt along with the video. So I can't jump ahead and record a part until I get to that step of the quilt, right? So that becomes a little bit much. I'll say for the binding video that I just did, which was a 30-minute video, and it covered binding from start to finish the way I do it, the whole thing. It took me almost a week to put that video together. And it's not a week working on it nonstop, right? It wasn't a week nonstop, but I work and I have a family. And so I could only focus a couple hours in the evenings along the way to work on that video. And so what I did is I would do a little bit of the binding, record that piece, edit that piece. And it was just doing that process over the process of several days. So my rule of thumb is for every 10 minutes of video that you see on YouTube, usually the ballpark is it probably took me, unless it's like an unboxing video, it probably took me about 2 hours or so to put together.
Yeah, I think if you multiply it by about a factor of 12, that's probably about what it is. Yeah, but there are some videos, like you said, the unboxing is quicker. Like I do an investigating quilts thing on Mondays where I just talk about a quilt that I saw at a quilt show earlier. That probably only well, it's only a 2-minute video, I guess. If you multiply it by 12, 24 minutes, yeah, it's about right. Because I sit down and write what I'm going to talk about. I record it. It's 2 minutes. Bang. I saw a couple of pictures in and it's done. But I guess if you multiply, for me, I think multiply by 12.
You brought up a really good point, Sean, too. Like, actually, we're just talking about the point where we're sitting down to record. We're not talking about the planning thing, right? Like the planning takes time too, and thinking about what you're going to do. The reason why I like the puzzle mystery quilt clues and unboxing videos are kind of easier is because you can start the process without really having to outline what you're going to say. You don't have to think about the topic. You don't have to research the trend. You don't have to do any of that. It's right there for you. You open the clue, you sew it, you're done. If you have a box, it's right there for you. You open it up, you show the items, you're done. That's it. You move on. If you're doing a different video, like your vlog, right? You have to think about what it is you want to say. You have to write out your outline. So that's part of the process too.
Yep.
Yeah, I always take that into my thing. I mean, I've got it down. I write it out every week. I mean, I've got a little book somewhere. Oh, here it is.
There you go.
I don't mind showing it because these are old episodes and you can't read my chicken scratch anyway, and the camera's not going to allow it. But yeah, that's my outline for every week. So
why do I feel the need when you said investigating quilts to go bum bum?
I'll have to have you come on and help me out. I just thought I was looking for a catchy name that people that necessarily because I have a lot of fans that come and watch everything I put up, and I really, really appreciate that. But I thought I wanted to have a name for that series, for the people that haven't checked out the channel yet and would actually catch their eye. So that's kind of where that came from. And I kind of got part of it from Chris over at Soda Distance, when she was doing her lessons from an old quilt. So I was kind of building inspiration from that name as well. So
tagline should be "When good quilts go bad."
You're You're a nut.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Oh, I love Ian. Like he has some wonderful ideas, you know. That's great. I love that. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, moving the camera. Amy says moving the camera to show process takes forever. Yeah, like
Yep.
that could take a while to. Yeah, so basically what we're saying is, yeah, what you see is takes a lot longer. The puzzle mystery quilt for me too is one that is fairly quick because I mean I just say, hey, I'm here. This is clue 4 of Carnival, which I haven't done yet. Whoops, and clue 5 came out yesterday or the other day. So and then I do my time lapse and then go about my day. So while we're talking about that, we've got Tree of Life coming up this week. It goes on sale on Friday. Is that the first? Yeah,
Yes.
Friday. You guys have got you've put in your submissions for the colorways. I think I'm guessing they'll assign it this week for the ambassadors because I don't know who else is even ambassadoring this time. I know you and Ian are, I am, and I don't know who else.
I
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
don't know.
Yeah, they like to keep it a secret, so the ambassadors don't know who the other ambassadors are, and I don't know why they do it that way.
It is what it. Yeah, it's their business. They can run it however they want.
Yep.
And it's kind of fun in some ways not knowing because it's kind of like a surprise even for us. So, but I sent in my list. I sent in a list of they've asked for 3. I went and hit. I gave them 10.
You gave them
Well,
10 colorways?
Why not?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
He's like, here are all the colorways.
Here are all the
Mine's
colorways that
2 that I will not do
Yeah.
in numerical order.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yep. So there you go. All right. So
You're funny. You're funny.
well, I don't know how far down the list I am. So I was like, well, if my top 3 are out, then I have to come back and say, okay, what's 4, 5, and 6?
I don't know if anybody's I don't
I've
know.
never heard
'cause-
of anybody not getting
Yeah.
their top 3. I've heard of people not getting their top 1, but I've never heard of anybody not getting their top 3.
Well, with Village Green, I came into the mix very late. I think I was like one of the last ambassadors picked, and Lavender was my number 3 choice.
Mm.
Okay.
Because my number 1 was Begonia.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Hey, it doesn't matter. Number 2 was Cornflower, which I believe Amber Marriott did over at I can't remember her channel name now. And then yeah, so she's like, yeah, Robin was like, I'm sorry, it was the number 3 choice. I'm like, I really don't. It does not matter to me. Like I'm just
Free quilt.
happy and privileged, and honored that you guys reached out and said, hey, do you want to do this? So whichever one they assign will be fine, because if it's not my number 1, 2, or even 5 choice, that's okay, because sometimes the fun of these is being able to do something that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
whatever they hand out will be very much appreciated, and we'll have a lot of fun along the journey as well. So, all right, what was my next step with this? I've done the noses. See, I am making some progress for someone that's only been up for 40 minutes. For a live that's supposed to start 48 minutes
And you're
ago.
uncaffeinated.
And
And I'm uncaffeinated. I know, it's scary. I usually do. I love my coffee, don't get me wrong, but I can function quite happily without it. And I think maybe a lot of that is the fact that I didn't really start drinking coffee at all until I was like 40.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's not like I've been drinking it and all that sort of stuff since the day I was, out of nappies. Which is good.
Stephen was put a comment in the chat about how long videos take. He said, my videos are easy. I don't edit and it looks like it. And I just want to highlight that, like, not everybody edits videos, and that's okay too. Like, it's your format, it's your channel. I like to tell people that your YouTube channel and your video content is an art form, just like a quilt. It's you make it what you want it to be. You put into it what you want to put into it. And that's it. Like,
oh, absolutely. And
it's an expression. It's a form of expression.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of good channels out there too that don't do long form content. They only do lives, and they're very, very successful.
Or shorts.
Or shorts, yeah. So, you do you at the end of the day, if you put out a good video that people enjoy, that's all that matters. Like, I know Stephen's told me a few times, he's like, yeah, I don't edit. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, and he does a wonderful job. He gets, he does a great job of his lives. And does he do anything that's not alive? That's right. He does do he does a lot of interviews with people, but yeah, he has to record. He'll do basic editing if there's something that he needs to remove. But other than that, yeah, so you don't have to edit, but I enjoy the editing process. So
I kind of do too, but that's the thing, right? Like if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to do it. Don't do what works for you. Do what you like doing. If it's not fun and you don't like doing it, then you shouldn't be doing it.
I know if I ever stop having fun, I'm coming on and saying thank you all. It's been real. This is my last video. I hope you all have fun and go support all my friends. That'll be what happens there. So yeah, Jamie's saying the same thing. She says it takes too much time to edit. So yeah, and I've started since the boys have been here, because we have an open floor plan where I live. I don't have my own little studio, unfortunately, like Becca does, and I'm super jealous of that in a lot of ways. But then sometimes it's good in other ways where I can actually be in my sewing room and still hang out with the family. But what was my point with this? Oh, yeah, anyway, so the boys, they're night owls. They like to stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning on weekends and play video games. So I don't want to disturb them. So a lot of times I get up at like 6 or 6:30 in the morning and record my podcast that releases at 9. So I've learned to really value what I need to cut out, like record it right the first time and not have to do a whole lot of heavy editing. It's very light.
Yep. I'm not spending time in editing, like touching really anything up. I'm just cutting out empty space that doesn't need to be there. Yeah. Or if I said something wrong and had to re-say it, I fix that. But I think I heard Steven say this somewhere before, and I kind of agree with him. He said something along the lines in one of his interviews that if you are, I'm going to get the words wrong, but I think what he was trying to say is if you are experienced with public speaking, it makes the process go a little bit better because I think what he was trying to highlight is that you're a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. And so you're able to get your message out without messing it up. You're able to convey your message in front of the camera a little bit easier.
Yes, I remember him saying that. Oh, for sure. And I did not have any public speaking experience before this. I mean, I did a couple of, when you're in high school, you have to do like a 5-minute talk on whatever, and that's about it for me. So
yep,
one just takes time.
I agree. Donna's in the chat. She says, "Good morning, wild kids."
Wild kids.
Wild kids. Oh my goodness.
Well, good morning, Donna. It's good to see you. Gloria is here as well. She says 34 degrees from King William County. I enjoy it all together. It's Ian's delightful this morning. So yeah, Gloria is a friend of mine from, she lives about an hour and a half up the road. And I got to meet her at the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show earlier this year. And I'm actually going up to hang out with her and the rest of her guild this coming week as well. They've got a little retreat up there. So I took the day off work next week to go up and hang out with them. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've mentioned it briefly here and there, but it's going to be a lot of fun to hang out with the ladies up there. I was supposed to meet her in October after the fair, but one of us got ill, so we had to reschedule. And then she reached out and said, hey, we're having this little retreat thing, up there, and I'd never been to a retreat before, so I figured, well, good way to go up there and spend the day. So it'll be a lot of fun.
You're gonna join Katie for her 1,000 giveaway thing?
Yes,
yeah.
I'm gonna work that out somehow because this guild ends at 4. And then hers is at 5, so I don't know where I'll be. Probably on the side of an interstate ramp or something, but we'll
listen. She asked me to join too, and I was like, no, Katie, it's okay. This should be about you. I don't need to be on, right? Like I don't I don't want to be the person that pops up in everybody's YouTube channel all the time. So I try to like I say no to that frequently, and it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I really don't want to be the person that's taking like I this is going to sound horrible, and I don't mean it to sound the way it's going to sound, but I don't know how else to say it. I don't want to be seen as somebody that's trying to steal the spotlight from everybody else. And I don't know how that comes across. That I don't mean that to sound conceited if that's how it came across. So I say no to that a lot. And I tried to say no to Katie. And she pushed back and she was like, no, I really want you there. And I was like, all right, well, I'll see what I can do. But it's at 5:00 Eastern time on Wednesday, and I work. So I say all of that to tell you, Sean, don't worry, I might be joining from the car too.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll work it out. As I said, I don't. Yeah, at first I thought it was at 4, and I'm like, well, I don't know if it's even going to work because I don't know how good the internet connection is going to be out there. But you know, we'll work something out. It might just have to be real brief because, yeah, I don't know where I'll be. I might be in Williamsburg. I might be. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But that's going to be a fun thing to do on Wednesday. And if you haven't checked out Katie's 1,000 live giveaway, there's still time to enter that. I think it's open until Wednesday, but do it today before you forget.
Yeah, she's given away a small puzzle mystery quilt for Tree of Life. Cotton Cuts is sponsoring it.
Yes. And then there's
So
like 4 gift
puzzle mystery
cards.
quilt for free.
And you don't have to be an ambassador. How about that?
Right.
Although that's been like for the puzzle mystery quilt, that's been like the best thing for me, like being an ambassador, because it's kind of really held me accountable and not have to, not be months and months behind. Like I have Clue 4 is half done because what I normally do is I do half of it on a live and then half as a time lapse. And I haven't done the time lapse yet, but I should be able to do that fairly shortly. So, oh, geez, it's almost 9:00 already. So, all right. So I've made most of my nose pieces. And then last night I've done my eyes. So you'll have to come back tomorrow for episode 100 to see the complete thing, because we do need to head out in a little bit, correct? Because you guys are going to go head off.
We got some time. We got some time.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time.
All right. Just give us
Mary's not even here yet. We're fine.
Oh, okay. Well, just give us like a 5-minute warning, so that way because I always have to do a stuff and goodbye. You know what that is, right?
Yes.
I didn't.
The stuff and goodbye.
Yes, you take 10, 15, 20, 30 an hour minutes to leave.
Yes.
I'm still half awake.
Yes, Ian knows what it is. But yeah, we have I went to a family reunion of my wife's family once, and it was like that. It was down somewhere in North Carolina, and we were like I was told before, like we're going to leave at like 4:00, and at 3:00 they're like, oh, we're getting ready to leave now. And I'm like,
no,
I thought we were leaving at 4.
Yep.
And yeah, like you saw my father-in-law, like he'd stop here and then here and here and here. And it took an hour for him to leave. Like I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. So
that's why I end up usually doing an Irish goodbye.
What is an Irish goodbye?
Goodbye. You disappear.
I could get down with that one.
Me too. just gone.
Everybody looks around and goes, wait, where's Ian? We haven't seen him in a while.
Done that a couple of times since you've been here. You just look around, you're like, wait, where did he go?
Where did he go?
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Donnell says she is going, she's taking us to Joanne's. I need more fabric to cut for my quilt I'm doing today. Okay, well, good morning to everybody at Joanne's. We hope you are having a great, happy quilty day, and thank you for helping my friend Donnell out with whatever.
Do we fit well in her pocket?
It's kind of crowded in here.
Right.
You can really take us anywhere.
I mean, technically you could. I'm okay. So I've been sitting here a little confused. I don't know where it went, but I seem to be missing one of these pieces, right? Like I have an extra ear. So I don't know, like if we miscut it don't have that. I'm not sure.
Huh?
What?
Did Ian hide it?
Yeah, I think he did.
Rude.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Did not.
I think he was like, listen, this is going to be great.
Literally,
I'm going to take that piece of fabric and I'm going to put it on her shelf somewhere.
Did not,
I think
have not touched it.
I think he's
All
lying.
right. Well, good night, Jan. It's good to have you hang out with us for a while. She texted me at like 8:10. She's like, "Are you okay? Like, I don't know where you've
Are you dead?
Yeah, well, I'm never late for any. I am never late for anything. Like you've seen the one and only time you'll see me late for this in a very long time. Like I'll be hypersensitive to it now. I don't know what happened. I set an alarm, but I guess it didn't go off, or it did, and I
You
didn't.
probably slept through it.
Mm.
I guess
I've
I
done that.
did.
I've done that before. I know the alarm went off, like 100% know the alarm went off, but I've just been so tired that I just didn't hear it.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
guess that's it. I don't know. So there you go. All right. Joanne Fabrics has keepsake calico cotton fabric on sale for $3.99 when it's normally $9. Okay, that's a great sale. And I think I've used that before. So
Yeah. I've used it.
yeah, she does a lot of stuff for craft shows and that sort of thing there. So I guess she really has to go now, so that way she can be back in time to do her live at 11.
Mhm.
And who else is live this morning? I think Russ is at 11. Why am I thinking someone? Oh, that was last week when Fallon was at live at 10. I don't think she's doing
Yes.
that today. And then Laura Lynn from Mama Pop Quilt Shop are always live at 1 o'clock too, and they're always a lot of fun. So
Woo-hoo! I like them.
She's a hoot.
She is a hoot.
oh, she is. I get to talk to them once in a while, and it's always fun. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's really neat. Okay, let's see. Your body said not today. We're sleeping in. Yeah, that's exactly what it said. I woke up with a panic. Like I looked over the phone that said 8:08, and I'm like, that says 7:08, right, or 6:08, and I was like, oh,
Well, you're not alone. Like I did legitimately. I woke up at like 7:54 and I was like, "Oh no." I threw out clothes and ran down the stairs. And Jason was like, "Is everything okay?" I was like, "I'm late." so don't
actually,
worry,
you were early.
apparently.
You were the first one here.
And I'm sitting here, I was like, "Huh, this is weird. Sean normally has a Zoom up." So I messaged
Yes.
you and I was like, "Okay, this is really weird," because he would have read that by now. I was like, he probably slept in a little bit. He was up partying too much last night
Yep.
with the kids.
Yep.
Yeah, I was up until like 12:30 making these suckers.
Oh, so fun.
Yep. So we keep it real here. We don't edit. We don't do any of that mess here. So yeah, Quilts in a Day and Missouri Star Quilt Company has great sales as well. Yeah, Dragonflies with Donna emailed me yesterday. She showed me a really, really fun Alice in Wonderland themed backing. She's like, I don't know if you've bought the backing yet, but this is really, really good. And it's like the Mad Hatter on the back. And I already have purchased the backing for this. Otherwise, that would have been a perfect backing.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
when in the one of the shops that we went in yesterday, I got really giddy because I saw one of John's patterns
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
from
really?
Art
Okay.
Feast.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's John's pattern. So
Which
I
one
don't
was
remember.
it?
I don't remember.
It was the fuzzy cow.
Oh yeah, it was the
Ah,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Highland Cow.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. It was super cute. I should have bought it. I should have bought it. I should have bought it. Just to I guess like actually no, I guess it wouldn't have supported him directly.
Not directly because
It would have been indirectly.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I wanted to support him directly, I should buy it from his website.
Yeah, he does a really good job. Like,
He's a
I've
good guy.
spoken many, many times before about PDF patterns, but the printed patterns he produces are wonderful as well.
Of course.
And I've really enjoyed getting these because he was very kind and upgraded me to the printed
Aww.
patterns for that. Oh, he's such a wonderful. Him and Matt are just wonderful guys, and they're just like, hey, yeah, we upgraded you to this, and I was like, oh, okay, that'd be nice. And it's nice not having to turn the computer on. So yeah, am I converted to paper patterns? No, but it's nice. I still enjoy my PDFs, but it is nice having that as a paper pattern. It's been really nice, especially for the cutting out instructions as well. So yeah. Okay, so it looks like Fallon will be going live at 10 Eastern this morning. So
Is
yeah,
the
definitely
first
go ahead and
husband
yeah,
of quilting? Is the
yeah,
first husband of
husband of
quilting going along with her?
yes. He usually does. I mean, he was out of town last week, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he'll be there today. So yeah, and those two are always a lot of fun together.
they are. They're a hoot.
So yeah, definitely go and support them. All right, so I've done that. I've done that. Okay, now I need that one. Here we go. So
He
now
just
you actually
fell.
get.
Ian just fell.
It's nice.
Listen, he wasn't even walking.
No.
He was sitting and he fell. He was
Okay,
sitting on the floor and fell.
I'm not legally responsible for this, am I? I can't be sued or what's the
No,
legalities behind this? Now I'm concerned.
I'm just sitting here and I saw him just kind of topple over and he goes, oof. Yeah,
I was reaching for it. It doesn't matter.
you're a nut.
Okay, well, it's not a real life with Ian until he falls over. So
That's
welcome to Brekkie, the
true.
guy who sews, Sue Becca,
not
and Ian, the
wrong.
off-kilter crafter. So
You're not wrong.
he's Dragonflies with Donna is asking, is he okay? He sounds okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
I think if he was really hurt, Becca would have the panic look on her face and be able to help him out. So the fact that she's still sitting there pressing
Laughing.
or whatever she's doing is a good sign. So
I just feel like it's so normal now
yeah.
that I just don't even check. I wait until I see blood.
okay, I was going to say we don't want him to be like the boy that cries wolf, you know. So
He tripped over one step.
I did.
I have a step coming down into the studio because this used to be the garage. So you take like 2 steps up to go into the house. And he tripped over the one step.
Yep. Did.
He did.
I did.
Yeah.
Mary saw it all. She saw it all. She saw it happen right in front of her very own eyes.
Get him a
Nobody's-
high chair.
Nobody's been around when I've fallen down the stairs, but she at least saw that.
Oh, Jason heard it.
Yeah, Jason heard it both times.
Yep.
get him a high chair. We need to get him one of them wheel like what.
Just give me a bubble. Just give me a bubble. Just get it over and done with.
Did your watch detect your fall?
No, it didn't actually. No, it didn't detect the one down the stairs. And it's funny because sometimes I'll just be like, I don't even know what. And like suddenly my watch will be like, we've detected a fall. Did you fall? And it's like, no, I'm standing here.
But where were you when I did fall?
Right, exactly. Like, where were you when I fell down the entire flight of stairs? And it's like, nothing's wrong, nothing's wrong.
Amy said, Becca, you're like me. I'll help you up, but I'm going to laugh while I do it.
Well, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, retirement gift down the road for Ian. I think all we have to do is chip in and get a Life Alert
Yep.
subscription for him.
Yep.
That thing is going to go off all the time.
Hey, we'll get our money's worth out of it.
The operator is going to be like, Ian, is that you?
Yep.
He'll be like, I fell again.
They'll have a special number just for him. Like it'll be, you
Right.
know, like it's 1-800, you know, falling down or something for everybody else. It'll be 1-800 Ian get up. Like
I'll have my very own line that anytime I push the button, it calls into, and they're like, oh, the Ian line's ringing again.
Again. Pat said
Yep.
off kilter was apparently a premonition.
Yep. Why that is honestly part of why my name is off kilter. Like it is one reason.
Oh wait, Steven said something that people are laughing at. I didn't see it. What did Steven say? It scrolled by, but Fallon apparently thinks it's funny.
yeah, he's a hoot.
What did he say?
Where was it? It'd be more fun if you go up and read it yourself.
Okay, I'll go read it myself.
Because it'll come better reading it than me saying it.
Oh jeez.
See, that's exactly the reaction I
Says, I love Matt. I want to have his children.
don't think he has the right parts for that, but you know, we digress. Maybe it's different. All right. Anyway, so
That was good.
That was funny.
That was funny. Fallon thought it was funny.
well, that's good. Carrie says she's worried about the number of times Ian falls.
I think everybody's worried about that.
Marjorie Hall says she's 64 and the nurse always asks if I've fallen in the last year. I fall all the time and I always have. I tell them I haven't fallen.
Yep.
So what you do, Ian, when you go to the doctor?
I just don't even go to the doctor.
Okay, welcome to the club. I
Right.
think the last time went to the doctor was well out to the ER after getting hit by a car on my bike. So
Oh,
Oh,
you know,
geez.
geez.
no, I did all right. That,
I got hit
let
by
me
a car, but I did all right.
Fine.
Okay, so here's the story. I used to ride my bicycle to work, and I think that was towards the end of it. No surprise, but I got hit by a car about 10, 15 miles an hour. And then after that, I got the insurance information off the guy because there was some damage. And then I rode another 7 miles home
Oh my
until
gosh.
the tire went flat.
Oh my God.
And then I had my wife pick me up, and I'm like, okay, I got hit by a car, I hit my head because I had a helmet on, thankfully. And so they took me to the ER, and I told them what it was. And when I went back, like everyone's concerned, like they were expecting to see like bones protruding and all this sort of stuff. And then they were worried about concussion. I was talking to the doctor, and I got a clear bill of health from her. And she was basically like, if you'd ridden the 7 miles and you didn't drop dead, I'm not too worried about a brain bleed. So she's like, just go home. If you need us, come back. But I don't think there's anything to worry about.
You were fine enough to ride the 7 miles here to your
Exactly. That's what they said. Yeah, you should have like if I had gotten like any blood on the brain or anything else like that. If I hadn't had my helmets, I would have been in a pretty serious state. So yeah, always wear your helmet. I'm living proof of that.
Yes.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
they were basically like, yeah, you should be fine. But yeah, they took me back pretty quick because they were concerned about head injuries, but it wasn't serious enough for them to worry about MRIs or CAT scans or I don't know which one's which.
I don't know either. Oh, wait, I think the MRI is in the tube and the CAT scan is the big circle that circles
Yes.
around you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but what they
Uh-huh.
look for in each one, I couldn't tell you. Like I could probably point out the two machines, but not what they look for.
Yeah,
That's why you go to medical school.
that's right.
Right.
That's right.
There was a reason why I didn't go to medical school.
Is it because you fall?
Well, that
Like,
that and I just like I can watch them take my blood, but I can't watch them like poke the needle in.
oof, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like once the needle's in, I can watch,
Yeah,
but
like
I don't
yeah.
want to see the needle go in.
Right, exactly.
Let's see. I like seeing it go in. Like I want to be able to
Oh
see
my
what they're doing.
gosh.
Yeah, it does not. But I came from a family of nurses. Like my mom was a
That makes
nurse.
sense.
What? Three of my aunts were nurses. My other aunt worked. Actually, I think all my aunts were in the medical field somewhere. My other aunt was a X-ray technician, and yeah, my sister's a nurse. So kind of surprising they didn't go down that route. Okay, Heidi says she also does judo as a hobby. I cannot only take a fall, I can make it look spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Love
But if
that.
you're doing judo,
That's a talent.
a fall's okay because eventually someone's going to tip you over.
Yep. Oh yeah. Zoe used to do all of that MMA stuff. Okay, so it looks like Mary is, according to Find My Friends, Mary is here,
Oh,
but she is not in the studio. So did she just pull up or is she like sitting in the car watching us on her phone?
I don't know. Let's
I'm
see.
Well,
curious.
my concern is now that Ian's fallen, you might want to go out and make sure that she hasn't fallen. Like,
She's fallen a couple of times and I feel so bad. Like she fell one time. I think it's only one time that she fell. Mom and I were in the studio and she went to go get, it says she's here or in Woodbridge. Maybe she's just, oh no, she's not here yet.
I was like,
She's
Oh,
getting
okay.
close.
she's not outside.
She's probably about 10, 15 minutes away. So we got some time. He's going to open the blind so we can see when she comes up the driveway. But
There
yeah,
you go.
she went to go fill up her doggy bowl with water for the pups. And Mom and I were in the studio and we heard a bang and I was like, what was that? So I got up and went in the kitchen to see what happened. And she tripped over her own foot, I think. I don't remember. But there was her doggy water, the doggy bowl had spilled all over the floor. And I think she was trying to carry too much because she had her Mountain Dew and the doggy bowl and like something else for the puppies. And she thought she was going to be okay. And then she just went down. But she was fine. She was fine. She was a little sore, but she was fine. So
That was my butt.
but how is your tailbone doing, Ian?
It's getting better. It's just taking day by day. I did talk to my doctor for just to make sure that everybody knows, like, I have talked to my doctor about it, and like if it was both broken, bruised, cracked, any of the things,
There's nothing you can do.
there's nothing you can do. There's literally
Yeah.
nothing you can do. So he was just like, lots of rest. I'm like, cool, thanks. So I have officially contacted medical professionals about it. I already had an appointment scheduled pre even getting here for it, not for it, but for,
Because he knew he was going.
right, I know, right?
Appointment.
I had an appointment already. Yeah, so nothing you can do.
Okay, so here's your task on Monday morning for me. Since you're coming back in February, why don't you go ahead and schedule a doctor's appointment for once you get back from Becca's after BuildCon.
Exactly. Perfect. I will
And go ahead and
right
schedule one in Raleigh too, so that way if you fall, you can get checked out while you're down there. You can always cancel the day before.
Exactly. Yeah. It was pretty funny because like I have to go in about every 3 months to get my blood drawn. And so when I was at the doctor's office the previous time, I was like, hey, I'm not going to be around. Can we do a virtual visit? And he was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's great. Everything's great. But I'm not going to be in town. Can we still do the thing? And he was like, yeah, we'll do a virtual visit. And I'm glad that we did, because that would be a long trek home just to come back here.
Well, you can always do a mileage run, I guess, if you're getting close to getting status.
I'm not, man, they've made status so hard to get. It is hard to get status. So I'm not even close. I lost my gold status and I was really upset about that.
Well, I did a mileage run once to get because I was so close to silver. We ended up going down to Universal for the weekend. And then the whole year I had the silver status. I didn't even use it. So
oh man,
I didn't even fly. I was like, this is a waste.
That sucks.
Well, we did so much traveling, and that year we didn't have any money to do it the next year. So, yeah, Teresa says she's broken a tailbone twice. No, you're paying. I think I've broken mine twice. Once I got hit by the car, and then another time I fell down the stairs after just waking up, carrying the dog. Because the dog we had at the time was fairly old. I didn't drop him. Like I basically bounced down the whole staircase. But yeah. But since then I've been good. Okay, let's see.
How's your quilt coming in?
It's good. I stacked up all the rows. This one is put on point, so you have to put the everything diagonally. So I've gotten all the rows together, and on Sunday we will work on sewing them together.
Why don't you, if you're worried about the camera, you could just turn off your camera, but then you could come over and turn it back on and show them, because there's some people in the chat that maybe didn't see it earlier.
It's literally all stacked up. They're
They're
all in piles.
Never mind.
They're all in piles right now.
He's ready to go for Sunday.
Yep.
Got it. I can't believe your quilt's going to be pieced. It's going to be all done.
I know. I'm super excited to finish it.
How many quilt tops have you made while you were here?
Well, I haven't finished the one that we worked on, the 4-patch. I made 2. I made the 2. A subscriber and friends sent some fabric to me while I was here, some like scrap fabric of Halloween fabric. And so I made 2 Halloween quilts, just super easy 9-inch squares. So I'll be taking that back with me, and then hopefully I'll get the Cozy Posy triangle quilt done. And then hopefully today on our gallivanting around, I'll find some more of that seed stitch.
Yeah.
So I can finish out these.
I'm not too hopeful for that.
I'm not too hopeful either, but
you're gonna have to pay $40 for that half yard.
No, I'm gonna, if we can't find it anywhere, I'm gonna just grab a grunge or a batik or something and do a border of some type. Just do it that way.
Yeah, speaking of your little tour today, I'd love to hear your feedback afterwards about how different each of the stores are, because that's something I notice when I go to different stores. It's just,
oh
yeah,
maybe that's a good thing to do for a Tuesday's video, is just like a
yeah
because I think a lot of us, especially I mean, I can go up and visit most of these stores myself, because they're within a day's drive,
Yep.
But there's a lot of us that will never get a chance to visit these stores. So I mean, I think it'd be fun to get your input on the different stores. You know, maybe a compare and contrast, like the different types of, like, even if it's just like this store has a lot of Tula and this one doesn't, because like the one I go to a lot, I don't think they started selling Tula until quite recently.
Yeah,
Where there's other stores and have a lot of it. So
the big struggle that I guess I have, at least for the ones that we saw on yesterday, is I didn't take any footage.
Yeah.
Like I was just this is where I suck a little bit with the vlogging, Sean.
Same.
I just tend to want to be in the moment, and I don't pull out my camera.
Yeah.
And I usually don't even really pull out my phone. I try to focus on just being there and experiencing the thing. So, and then afterwards I'm like, oh, I should have taken a video, or I should have taken a picture, or I should have sent somebody a text, or whatever the case may be. I honestly, I could walk into a store and not even have my phone on me, and I probably would be completely okay.
Yep. That's my struggle too. Finding the B-roll, grabbing the B-roll for my videos and my vlogs and stuff like that is so hard for me to do, because I just totally want to be in the moment. And we spent a lot of time being in the moment yesterday, and especially like at the Scrappy Apple. Like we had so much fun. Mary, Becca, and I had so much fun with the quilt shop
And
with
not
Kelly.
one video clip.
And not a single video clip, because we were all just enjoying the moment, which, I mean, let's be honest, that I think that's honestly way more important. I love being a YouTuber. I love doing that kind of stuff. I love being able to tell the story of what we did, but I definitely love that we were in the moment and spent that time together.
Yep.
yeah,
I think where the memories are made.
Yep.
Oh, it is. With me, like what I try and do if I go into a quilt shop and I want footage, that's like the first thing I do. I just like take a few quick things, and then that way I don't have to worry about it. It's done, and I can go be in the moment. Like it's a very fine line, you know, like and it's hard sometimes, but yeah, I just knock it out of the way. And if I remember later, great. And I've had times where I've gone to a store and forgotten to take footage too, and I'm just like, no, well, they'll give me an excuse to go back. So
yeah, it may, you know, maybe it's not something that I do on Tuesday because it's very short notice, but maybe that would be something that, like, if Mary comes up, we could recreate. You know what I mean? Like recreate it, just go and be like all the quilt shops in Northern Virginia or in the Metro DC area, and just do something like that. But maybe it's not for Tuesday.
Yeah, I just think it'd be a fun little thing for everyone to see. So
yeah.
Even if you talk about, you know, like even if you don't have footage on, and you just talk about, you know, hey, well, I like this because they stocked this sort of fabric, or I liked it because it was an acute thing. Like I went to there's a quilt shop just outside of Farmville, Virginia, and I believe it's like it's either in an old farmhouse or an old farm barn, and it's kind of like you walk around these little nooks and crannies, and it's like a little surprise because you never know what you're going to find around each corner. And you go up the stairs to the second level, and it's just like a little adventure, like a little kid going through so yeah, sometimes it's that sort of thing there too.
Yep. I'm going to do these later. So we're giving you the 5-minute warning, Sean, because Mary just showed up.
Okay, perfect. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Shannon's asking, can Matt design personal mini drones that follow us around like we're Sims? I love that idea. Yeah.
Oh gosh, Sims. I love Sims. Shannon.
All right, Mom and Papa's here with us. Good morning. It's good to see Miss Laura Lynn and Kent with us. It's always fun to have them hang out. And Katie popped in a little bit ago as well. So Dragonflies Adonis says you're entitled to have a live tube back, and I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's just it's a fine line.
It is.
So okay, so let's see. Chloe's here. I know I've missed a bunch of people, so I just want to say in advance, if I missed anybody, I blame the lack of caffeine, because if you popped in late, the live was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I rolled out of bed at 8:08. And then the dogs took their sweet time eating, going outside, coming back in. Then I had to move my computer. Yeah, it was a mess. We started at 8:20. So, well, you know, you'll get through the video quicker. Anyway, so Ian and Mary and Ian and Mary and Becca, I'll get this right in a minute, are all going to go on a nice little quilt shop tour today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to tell us anything that you have going on today, like over the next few days on the videos? I know you have your live tomorrow afternoon, Ian. Do you have anything else?
Not that I can think off the top of my head, my uncaffeinated head at the moment.
Okay, so definitely check out Ian's live tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe it is, correct?
Yep.
And then if he has anything else after that, he'll be sure to tell you then. So yeah, do that. Fallon will be live in 30 minutes, so check out that. Donnell at 11, she'll have Amy Dement. Laura Lynn at 1, so you'll have lots of quilty goodness to hang out with. And then Becca, what are you going to be doing besides running around checking out quilt shops today?
Ian's being silly over there.
Well, that's nothing unusual. We're used to that now.
He's always trying to get the laugh. I think over the next couple of weeks, I've got a couple of fun videos. The one that I'm working on right now is it's a updated tour of my sewing room. So there's been several things that I've changed over the year and a half that I've been sitting in the space. And I thought maybe closing out 2023 with an updated look at what did I add, what did I modify, what did I change, as well as giving some organization tips to enter the new year with. So
that'll be fun.
I'm not sure if I'll have it done in time for Tuesday. I'm hoping to, but it may be Wednesday or Thursday of this week. But that's what I'm hoping to release this week, is an updated studio tour.
That'd be fun. Because I'll be interested to see what changes you've made since I got to visit there back in August. So
yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, so definitely check out Becca's channel if you haven't already done so. I know a lot of you have, but you know, she's always a lot of fun. She has a great mix of videos, and so does Ian. And I'm looking forward to seeing Ian's tutorial videos come out for the Tree of Life and for Carnival. Because if you ever need a tutorial for the Puzzle Mystery Quilt, definitely check out Ian's. Mine's time lapse. I mean, you guys sit there and like go way too slow, but Ian always does a good job. And I think he does the large quilts too, which is nice because I do the small ones usually. I'm assuming I'm getting small again. They haven't announced, but we'll see. I'm happy doing the smalls, really. I will have my podcast tomorrow morning as usual for episode 100, which I'm super excited about. And then we'll see what else. Investigating Quilts will be on Monday. And then I hope to have Bonbon. And then I hope to have the time lapse for the bonus piece for chapter 2 out as well. But you'll have to see if we get that done. I've recorded everything else. I've got to sit there and edit it. That takes some time. Yeah. So with that, we will say goodbye. Thank you both for joining us. It was interesting and fun having 2 guests. There was just more to keep track of. But thanks everyone for joining us. It was a lot of fun. I hope you'll have a wonderful quilty day. Please join my other friends today as they go about their lives as well, and we'll hope to see you all tomorrow for my podcast. Happy sewing.